I will keep on fighting till the end. I can walk on water, I can fly. I will keep on fighting till I die. I will never be afraid again. I will keep on fighting till. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 Veve Omi NFT update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Oh, good doggo. So there is a couple of things I want to go over as far. I did make a live stream the other day about the floor of Omi and the floor of Jewels. Since then, other things have happened. I have never talked about the floor of NFTs though, or at least not made a whole live stream dedicated to that. This will be a relatively quick stream though, definitely be probably under an hour, unless the conversation really gets heated up and people keep asking lots of really good questions. I do have a lot to do that, but anyway, the floor from what I've noticed, because there's been a lot of FUD recently, is a lot of people saying like, well, these NFTs are really not on the blockchain. You know, they don't have that MTL. They're not able to go on. You know, what happens if Veve closes up shop right now? What happened? You know, then these things aren't worth anything. And like, okay, yeah, to your credit, if Alfred Arcon, David Yu, Dan Crothers, Reese, all of these people, the founders of Veve, said like, yeah, we're in it for like a quick, 3 years for a quick 20 million spread out. That's not worth it. The amount of work that they put in, let's say they have grossed, let's say 100 million so far, which is probably a little bit less than that. Let's say, but let's just say, let's overshoot for that. Let's say they grossed 100 million. Out of all the licenses they had to pay for, out of how many people they have to split that with, out of like, they'll never be able to work again. If they do this rug pull, they'll never be able to say like, oh yeah, trust us with something. They can't. Careers. I mean, Alcon's old. Probably his last one. But Dan Crothers, Reese. No, they'll never be able to find any type of work again if they were to do that. If you're someone, again, think of everything from first principles. Think of everything. Again, go through every single scenario. What would happen if they did this? Okay, let's go through that. What happened if they did this? They would have to split. Let's say that 100 million that they grossed after paying back. Let's say, 30 million from, going to either Apple or Google. Because on their Play stores, something that money goes through there. Then having to pay everyone for the licenses. You're going to risk death. What happens if you hold debts to people and you default on those debts? You risk going to war with the holders of those debts. And if they were to do that, like all the big, amazing, giant companies that they had deals with, they're like, I know we gave you all this OMI, as part of the license deal, and now that it's, we're just gonna pull the rug. No, like, no, that would never happen. Because again, if you do that, you risk someone hiring, for $500,000 just to take them out. That's it. Like, guarantee you could find a couple of ex-JSOC guys, a couple of people that just like down on their luck. Like, yeah, people that are really good at killing, they'll do that, no problem. They would not risk that. They would not risk doing that. You have to think, okay, what's the most likely scenario? Most likely scenario is that they got a little bit bigger than they thought they would a little too quickly. They do have everything set up for as soon as they want to turn that dial to 11, as soon as they want to go and say, yeah, Roger Cowan, go do your thing. Go absolutely bananas with your PR on this. And they'll tell us, they'll guarantee you, they've already done contests already with the memes. They've done meme contests already just from us. And that doesn't cost them a thing, really. So they could turn it up to 11, but right now they're thinking, okay, well, we still have to plan for the metaverse. We had so much growth, so all of this different types of things that we wanted to work on had to go on the back burner just so we can go and work on the apps and work on the servers and make sure they didn't go through what Earth 2 went through when they had that massive growth in a short period of time. What happened with that was that you couldn't get online for a few days. And anyway, so a lot of the FUD, a lot of people keep hearing about it. It's not really going towards the most likely scenario. Most likely scenario is that they will be on blockchain. They will get on the Ethereum blockchain as well. The NFTs will be actual NFTs going to other different places like OpenSea or any other NFT type of platform. And with that, you are going to go and see a giant spike in OMI. But right now, because all the FUD, and right now because you can't sell them on OpenSea or anything like that, what you see is a dip in prices. Like on that thumbnail, that thumbnail that I had just shown you, where it says Eddie Russo, number one, like the first ultra rare to ever drop, right now is $2,800. Like a week ago, it was $3,500. That is a significant dip. That is a 20% dip. I was like, okay, well, why does that happen? That happens because now there's a lot more people that are looking to sell. There's a lot more other, I guess, in escrow, people are like, you know what, I'm just going to take my gems out. I'm done with this company, like whatever. You know, these guys probably paid anywhere from, I don't know what the drop was for that. Let's say it was $80. They might have paid $80. They might have paid $1,000 for it. Okay, wow, they 2.8x their money. They're like, that's fine. I could do that. I could sell the gems at a bit of a discount. So people that want gems at discounts can get them now, literally for like 70 cents on the dollar. It's insane. Now again, I would never try to do that because one, I don't, unless it's somebody that I knew, I would just never try to do that because that's you're not protected. Somebody can just take your money, say like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna pay you for 1,000 gems. I'm gonna give you $700. Take the $700 and you send it to them, and they just ghost you. That is, I just wouldn't do that because I would be afraid of what I would do if someone tried to. And it's, to me, that's not a lot of money. But again, just with the try to steal from me, not a good idea. So yeah, if I don't trust anyone to do that unless I know them personally. And if you try to go and do that, Ecomi cannot protect you. Veve cannot reimburse you because you're not doing that on their platform. Again, right now you're not able to. You're not able to buy and sell gems. You're not able to trade. There's no gem to fiat conversion. There's no OMI to gem conversion right now, and that's what a lot of FUD is as well. People just trying to get some money. People panic sell because they see the coin going down. They're like, yeah, this whole thing is maybe a rug pull or whatever. And it's open season for us buyers. It's open season for us. It is a buyer's market right now. If you're ever want to, you can get the whole, let's say Kripken's whole line for like under $1,000. You can get a lot of sets right now for under $1,000, complete sets, and God, it's beautiful. it's really, really beautiful. So again, for us, Pokemon buyer's market, NFTs on Veve buyer's market. This will continue to happen, I think, for the next month or so. I think even when we get on another exchange, I guarantee you the FUDers come like, oh yeah, they give us this poopy exchange, give us this crappy exchange where nobody's on. They'd give us breadcrumbs just to keep money flowing in. Guarantee you they say that. Good. Let the FUD come in. Let the prices drive down. Let people like me, Ray Fixie, all the people on YouTube that just that know that this is a great company, know that you're getting these at a severe, amazing, hilarious discount, and let's just go. Like I said, I have 89 million OMI now. I'm trying to sell as many cards as I can just to try to get a little bit more. I should probably focus a little more on the NFTs because 89 million I think is enough. But like I said, there's a chance that this will continue for the next month or so. So if you're one of those people that say like, no, I'm going to wait for the tip to dip a little bit more. Again, I'm not doing that. I always go and I say like, hey, I'm going to buy as soon as I have money. That's always worked for me. But if you want to try to time the market, and if you're good, if you're lucky, you can do it. You can't do it consistently, but if you can do it once in a while, good on you. I'm going to go and I'm going to answer a lot of these questions now. Bobby says, when Dashy? Well, Dashy's right here right now. Buster's Garage says, I finally got some time to play around with the Hollow Building editor in E2. Oh, good for you, good for you. And the Hollow Building editor in E2 is not too shabby at the moment, but I wish they'd have X, Y, and Z rotation. So at some point they will. And Buster's Garage, if you missed the tweet by him the other day, the tweet yesterday basically said that this is not the final product. Obviously, the final product with that would be something along the lines of you being able to decorate outside the building, inside the building, and anywhere in between. You don't want to just have that where you can't go in it. You can just look at it. Even though looking at it's fun and the art is great, and they are partnering with Mapbox for this different type of. They already have a partnership with Mapbox, but they want to do this type of. I'm sorry, 1 second, guys. Your thoughts. I made the mistake of having another video come out. I thought it would upload right as soon as this would, before this, but it did not, so I just have to do that real quick. But yeah, moving on, they're going to want to partner with Mapbox as like a promotional thing, saying, look what we're doing on Earth 2 via Mapbox, via everything else. that type of thing I think is great. That's going to be a great PR for E2. We get a lot more users in, and again, they link down below to that South Korean channel that how they buy tiles, and you're just getting a look into the number 2 country in Earth 2. You're getting a look at the mindset of the big players in the number 2 country that are spending a lot more than I did just on tiles. Maybe they're not buying as many jewels as I am. I'm continuously buying those because I think those are very, very undervalued, again, in my opinion. But yeah, that's you get a good look at the mindset. And again, they have a great community there. If you want to look at technology and you want to see the future, South Korea is not a bad place to look at. And right now, this isn't even translated into other languages. So you're going to get, I guarantee you, a giant pump when this is translated. I don't know which one they translate into first. Maybe they try to attack China market and they try to put into Mandarin, maybe South Korean, whatever it is. You're going to see a huge bump. I don't know when that'll be. I don't know when the hollow building rotations is going to implement, but that should be hopefully soon. But Garage says still uploading 5%. Feel free to watch it, Randy, and make fun of the buildings. Yeah, send me the link. But Garage says it is supposed to be a PvP style Halo or GoldenEye. Oh my God, that's cool. Complex. 1 second, guys. Whew, there we go. All right, moving on. Christian Velasco says, Randy, my man, as always, love your channel. Want to trade a Bill and Ted poster? 500. No, I'm not buying right now. And the posters again are great. I still have I had an Ultraman Uncommon, one of those, but yeah, they're good. They're decoration. That's just not my style. This is not my scene. I would be more of along the lines of a the NFTs, especially the interactive ones. Interactive ones I think are very historic, and that the ghost trap, which was selling for like no less than like $1,000 at one point, it's down to 500 gems now. Get that at a 50% discount, and that one I think is undervalued because there's 1,750 of them, 1,750, and it's the first one that one is the first one that makes noise. Two, it's the first one that interacts with another NFT. So that is very, very historic. And you have the Ghostbusters movie coming out. I don't know if it's later this year. That trailer just came out. Again, they had a trailer for it a year ago. It looks awesome. And they had a second trailer for it literally dropped yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever. It was awesome. It was incredible. It was really cool. I loved it. But yeah, so Buster's Garage, that type of thing I want in Chavez Topia as well, a PvP style Halo or GoldenEye-esque type of thing, for the Warring World, be fantastic. Also says, I figured since some people don't have PCs, as you mentioned the other day, I should share. I think the instability issues are related to me making lots of shapes rather than my PC's performance. Again, this is also their first draft, but yeah, possibly. Maxwell says, my subscribers are growing nice. Yep, I have over 3,300 now. It is nice. So Coach says, the floor on the secret rare has been slowly climbing. Oh, okay, that's good. Good enough. Said, should be a nice buyer's market once we get MTL. I mean, it's pretty much a nice buyer's market right now. Sorry, I got an old client calling me, but you guys right now, more important. I'll save that for later. I don't know if it'll be a buyer's market once we get MTL. I think at that point it'd be a seller's market because, once they're able to cross-platform everything, you're going to have a bunch of people trying to buy, and there's going to be a lot more demand than there is supply. And the people that have that supply, not going to let it go cheap. At least I'm not going to. Woba says, I wish I have the ammo to get the Riso. I mean, technically I do, but I just can't right now. I'm very, 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 very cash poor right now. Bobby says, guys, you think Lucky is a good buy at 2K? What is Lucky? Describe Lucky again, and I will. I can't do it on my phone right now because there it is. I'll have to see what he wants at some point. Let's go to the Veve app right now. I don't know what Lucky would be called. I think Starfire might be the next one I would get. Because if you go to drops, that had dropped on a day that was... Alright, no, on January 7th, so that was the first drop of this year. That in conjunction with, Powerpuff Girls Series 2 and Starfire, it's just, you get one of them and you complete the set. Originally sold for $70. Now it's at $900. That's the floor. You can get $900 for under $1,000. I'm sorry, number 900 900 gems for a mint that's under 1,000, and there were 1,052 mints, so there weren't a lot. 8% of them are for sale. At 83. So you could go and you could get number 732 for 900, or you could try to get 513 for 930. At that point, you probably want under 100 for the top 10%, but that's going to cost so much money. Right now, that's what I like to do. If I want to do something, I want to get like the top 10% of something. But anything under 100, cheapest 39. Oh no, you can get number 76 for 1.9 thousand, which is great. That's the cheapest I think you're going to get. Yeah, the next thing after that is 118. So for 1.9 thousand. So at that point, do I get something that is $900 for whatever number, or do I get a top 10% and pay double that? Because I would pay the top 10%, get double that, 1.9 thousand for Starfire at number 76, because it's a great one. I just right now, again, I don't have that capital right now. Maybe if I can flip some other things, get on the next drop, then I could do that. But I'll keep you guys posted. OVR said, "I want to be like you when I grow up." Oh, thanks, OVR landlord. But don't just be like me. And I have heard this before. Try to be better than me. Try to be, again, I didn't start in the financial world till I was 26, after I got out of the military. And I would say, a lot of times, sometimes, not really anymore because I'm retired and life is great. A lot of times, sometimes, like if I get too many things going on at one point, I get a little frustrated. So definitely try to be slow to anger. Definitely try to, educate yourself on topic really before speaking of it. Like my first video on Omi, I had zero. I just knew that it was on the Go chain, and that is something that Shane from Earth 2 had said something about Go chain. I was like, oh, this is great. And I was like, okay, maybe then they're using the Omi token. And because that was something that was on the Go chain, and a lot of people were making, like Earth 2 Mastery, he was one of the OG Omi guys to make videos like, oh, this is cool. That'd be great if they were together. They're not using it, obviously. They're not going to do anything on the Go chain. I'm pretty sure what chain was the original plan was to go on Go chain. It's going to be Ether. But yeah, my first video on Omi was just 100% speculation. Like it was like next to nothing because I just thought it had to do something with Earth 2. I didn't know any ins and outs of it. I didn't know what it was attached to. I did not know it was attached to Veve, which is, God, it's incredible. So yeah, I'm going hard. Obviously, I went really hard on Omi. Maxwell Cook says it was 1.7K yesterday at Bobby. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Hang on. When you say lucky, we go to the. Oh, lucky is the ultra rare. Or I'm sorry, the secret rare. Only 999 were made. $2,000 is the floor today. Right now. So that's something that you're gonna have to. Yeah, I figured this will come down at some point, and why I think it'll come down is because, where'd it go? Because if you go to the choices one, and you have the ultra rare that had 888, so the ultra rare has less mints than the secret rare, and this you can get for 869. So, is this worth less than half of what the other one is worth? I would think the other one would come down before this would go up, just because of the market that we're in. But if it's not, then then you'll see this go up at some point. Again, I said that when it was at 1.7 for Lucky, and now Lucky's 2,000. So maybe it's just operating independently because you only get one and you complete the set, and it's a Comic-Con exclusive. So who knows? Dietmar Schmidt says, hello, Randy. Hello, all. What's up, Dietmar? Sneaky Green Jean says, man, they don't care about that. Do you know how many rip-off coins have came out that just ripped off ETH, Safe Moon, Save the Kids, etc.? They take their cash and are gone. It's not SEC regulated. Yes, Sneaky Green Jeans, but those people, nobody knows who they are. Like the people that do that try to pump that coin, they don't have the same licenses that you have in what do you call that? You have in Veve. They don't like that. It's a completely different. That's like apples and oranges, tomato and whatever. They're two completely different classes. This is a much higher, much upper echelon, a much higher genre and class than the other things. And these guys also, like I said, they are very public, with their AMAs. There's no AMA this week, but they're very public, with everything. They're really good at, kind of like Elon Musk, about taking suggestions on Twitter. Somebody says like, "Oh, can we get this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." We suggest it, and then they try to implement it as best they can. Talking about CAPTCHAs, talking about how to deal with bots. They listen. I'm for them. Ethan Youngberg says, "Hi Randy, what's up, Ethan?" Inferno says, "Howdy and good morning." Sneaky Green Jean says, "They're all the same algo with minor changes. All these altcoins pump and then get rug pulled. They get their quick money and get gone. I hate to say it for y'all. Yes, a lot of these coins do, but again, if I am David Yu or Dan Crothers, not necessarily Al Khan because he's pretty old, but if I'm any one of those guys, like one of the original founders, okay, why would I try to, one, ruin my reputation where I can never work again, two, try to be like, okay, if I'm going to do this, there's a decent chance that someone's going to put out a hit on me, and then three, why would I only make a couple of $1 million? The billion coins that I have are worthless versus the fact this long-term money where they're going to go and make literally billions of dollars, like billions, like multiple billions, probably at some point tens of billions of dollars. And I don't mean that in like the distant 20-year future. I mean they will make that within this decade. Well before this decade is over, they will be deca billionaires. Like, you mark my words on that. Like, consider them marked. 12:30. I'm going to tweet it. I'm going to tweet it right now. Twitter. No, I don't want to freaking go to that one. I hate like when you go to try to search something on your phone and then a notification comes in and it pops up. I don't know how to get rid of that. I think that the at Akomi and at Veve founders will be deca millionaires by the end of the decade, which means all right, so hashtag, you heard it here first. Okay, and so guarantee you I'm right. Guarantee you I'm right. Why? Because this is going to be so freaking huge. This is going to be so freaking huge. Why would they sell out right now, risk death, risk never working again, risk their reputation, risk nobody talking to them again, for a couple $1 million? What, like $10 million? Like, that's not, like, compared to what they can make. Yeah, no, that's stupid. That'd be idiotic if they would do that right now. Ginferno says, I picked up a Slimer for $63.13 at the auction today. Nice. I don't really follow. I guess because the auctions, unlike eBay, they don't notify you when things are going down. And I don't have time to like sit there and make, like a spreadsheet of like, okay, this is going down at this time. I probably could, but to save a certain amount of money, I'll just wait until Omi goes up and I get rich. Wubba Wubba says that Sneaky Green Jeans. So why are you here? That's why you don't follow random altcoins with random creators. Guys that call me out Veve, tremendous background connections. That's another good point. Again, I would never, and I never, the only times where I mention these poop coins, these meme coins, are when I say I would never invest in them. I would never invest in like Sheeb or Elon Doge or Bone or Leash Coin, because they're just, a lot of them are just pump and dumps. Like, a lot of them don't have utility. You can't make, again, just spawning from Doge, that you can't stake with it, you can't make NFTs with it, unlimited supplies, you just can't do it. I told people I would never invest in SafeMoon. I would never invest in any of these things. Now, SafeMoon, I did say that, well, in order for me to invest in it at some point, I would say, yeah, maybe I would go and, if they are attached to the game, if the game is a success, and they did have backing from that guy or Barstool. I don't know, again, just a pump and dump that he happened to get into. I don't know what happened with it or was continuing to happen with it. I do know that they were on a Minecraft server. SafeMoon had their own Minecraft server. So like, okay, then they want to be attached to a game. So it is checking off boxes where I would invest. I just haven't kept up with it. The only time I mention meme coins and poop coins is when I say I would not invest in them. Moving on. Sneaky Green Jean says, watch CoffeeZilla's video on this. It's all the same. I guarantee the creators and insiders sold all their coins. No. You could tell which wallets still have all these million, and the founders tokens that were supposedly unlocked. You could unlock them in May, and then some of them unlock next month. When they unlocked in May, what happened? Not much. Like, the price didn't move. If they were to sell everything or sell all of the coins that they had, you would see a huge dip in the market. And it just didn't happen. Why? Because the price is too low for them to want to do that. I would not blame them if they liquidated some of it, which they probably did. They probably did liquidate some of it. Just to be able to say, like, hey, all right, you know what? I want just to move into a nicer house. I've been struggling, working my butt off for 3 years. I want to move into a decent place, so whatever. Even though a lot of these guys are pretty successful in their own right already, they don't need to do that. They should get a little something for their work. And if you have the founders tokens unlocking in August, same thing. I don't see too much of a move, because why? Again, if I'm a founder, why would I sell right here? I might sell a little bit just to, whatever, but I'm not selling all of my stuff. One, because if I put in the order up here, by the time the order finishes, it's way down there. And then two, why would I do that when we're not on any major exchanges, when the Veveverse isn't there? Like, no, that is idiotic for people to do. So again, I think that's really a lot of small time thinking, saying like, yeah, I'm just going to sell all these right now versus what you can make in the future. Again, to me, that's a little idiotic, but if you want to just, when the founders were, they put in 25 grand and now that 25 grand is worth a couple million and you want to take $100,000 profit, yeah, go by all means. But they're definitely not, they're smart enough to not liquidate everything all at once. Toy Jean Pascal says, even if you're not that skilled to create hollow buildings, don't you think it would be better Chavez Topia have its own identity in terms of architecture styles, maybe just in terms of shapes and colors? I guess again, the Pentagon is known for having 5 sides. Chavez Topia, maybe like a parallelogram. I think a parallelogram would be much more easier to defend in the warring world if we were to have stuff like that. Oh my God, these clients are just not leaving me alone. I don't work for them anymore. I will get them as soon as they are. I can't even scroll down to my messages, like while someone's calling. Idiotic. I would say that what Chavez Topia, again, what I want, the Penguin Sanctuary, snowball fights, snowboard, again, a lot of things with snow and a lot of things with not snow, because you're going to be able to take these tiles and you're going to be able to go and say, well, I want this parts to be a beach, or be able to terraform the tile. So I want it to kind of be mostly snow, a little bit of everything, even though I love the heat. I love maybe have a little desert in there, maybe have a sauna. But I don't know. It's really whatever people want to create. People want to create a statue of me and a statue of what was my glorious beard and a statue of Dashi. Maybe we'll make a Dashi coin at some point. I don't know. I will keep you all posted. Again, once I get a computer, I'll let you guys know exactly what I want to build and all that. Sneaky Green Jean says, I'm here because I hate to see people lose their money. Not spreading FUD or anything. I have E2. That's how I found Randy. So I mean, if you follow me, then you should know that this is an incredible company with the most amazing licenses, the most amazing team, and I've lost. Let's say let's see how much I've put in versus how much I've lost right now. We will go and look at the OMI wallet, or the OMI price right now at 0.00246 is the price right now. So at one point I had like, well, let me just, all right, 0.00246 times 89 million is about $218,000. I've put in about $260,000, so I've lost a little more than 40K. And at one point I did have like 280, 290 in there because it had gone up. So I had made money at one point, then it had gone down. But am I tripping that I lost 40 grand with that? No. I'm not tripping at all because this is a great product. I only buy more. I hope it gets cut in half again and I lose over $100,000. Why? Because this way I can buy more at a cheaper price. Because I know where it's going in the future. So I don't know or care what it does in the short term. You know that because of if you know me from my videos in Earth 2, you know that I only want the best for people. I only want people to make money. And again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. And I would not have been successful if I invested in crap companies. I would not have been. I'd be very, very broke. I'd be very poor. But I'm not. I am fairly well off because of that. Maxwell Cook says, OMI won't be a loss unless people lock in. Yeah, if you lock in those losses, like, I don't know why people do that. Why, like, oh, it's going down. Like, you're locking in like, if I were to sell right now and lock in a $40,000 loss, that is idiotic. Like, there's zero reason to do that. There's zero reason. People are dumb. Wooba Wooba says, the Sneaky Jeans is going live. It's been live for years, and you can see the creators' wallets publicly. Yeah, so that's the other thing. It's been live. You can buy it. Well, not just this year when I started mentioning it and covering it. You could buy it years before then. So yeah. Two guy says jewels are going for 2 cents. They're not going for 2 cents. They are going for 21 cents as of this morning. If they were going for 2 cents, I would buy every single one of them right now. So if I go to resources, go into the bazaar, they're going for 22 cents. So that's the cheapest one at 22 cents. I know that little 0.19 that did say 0.2, and if you kind of look at it quickly, it might say like is that 0.02? Is it 2 cents? That'd be great if they were. Like I said, I would buy all of them right there. It is time. My 30-minute Patreon member shout out. It'll be hello, salud, it's me, your babe, and I feel that's something that you could show you how I feel. Hello, it's me, Alina Numa. I don't know. It was supposed to be Base Hunter and Alina. I just completely forgot the lyrics. I'm so sorry about that. Those are my Patreon members. Those people give me life. They feed me. Ethan Youngberg says, how much are jewels right now? Can't see if I haven't verified. They're 22 cents, give or take. Wooba says, sneaky green jeans. If all alts are the same, that they'll pull a rug. So I don't need to. Well, E2 doesn't really have the crypto yet. They haven't released it yet, but I understand. Or any alt at all. You like being rug pulled. Sneaky Jean says, no, lol, trust me, I make a living on the penny stock game. Not easy to do. Good for you. I know how this all works. Everything is crap. It's all the same. All coins are. Just because it's not regulated doesn't mean that it's crap. I mean, you have plenty of food markets over there that, the health department maybe they just they don't even know who they are, but it doesn't mean that the sanitation is crap. Doesn't mean that the food is crap. It just means that it's not regulated. So yeah, like I said, this is not regulated, but it is very, very much a legitimate company. Veve and Comia is very, very much a legitimate coin. I would not have put over $250,000 into this if I did not 100% believe that this was going to the moon at some point. Ian Youngberg says, why would big companies... Yeah, again, big companies would not partner with Veve if they were a scam. So good point, Ethan Youngberg. Thinky Green G says, E2 isn't a crypto, and I bought in December when US tiles were in the pennies. Haven't put a single dollar in since. It's a low risk, high reward play for me as of now. E2 does not have a crypto yet. E2's crypto will be released at some point in conjunction with Essence, in conjunction with everything else. I think they'll be on the Ethereum blockchain as well. But yeah, I remember I was the first one to ever show online the buying of tiles. I remember buying tiles in Manhattan. I think December 14th was the video for like $1.25. It was amazing. Amazing. Gen X has sold my Hunter Rabbit for 760 gems. Very happy. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Made a lot of money on that. Good for you. Wooba says you can say the same for Veve. You don't need to invest in OMI to use Veve. That's true. You don't need to invest in that. You can just buy the NFTs. Axel Cook says if they add the siren to the Ecto One, it should go up too. Probably. Sneaky Gene says being a partner means jack crap in finance. I mean, it kind of does. If you're partnering with someone, then you are by their associating with them. That's why I never had anything to do with Nikola. I told people not to invest in Nikola. I was like, this is scam, and clearly it was. Yeah, that guy Trevor found lies every day. Like everything was faked. It was just god awful. I called it right from the beginning, and they had lied to people. A lot of people tore their partnerships up from Nikola because they were lied to as well. But I did not invest in any company that was doing anything with Nikola because I was just again bad company, bad things. I don't know what they're like now since they made that. Was it Trevor or Noah guy? I don't know what his name was. Step down. Guy was a tool. Pretty much just trying to keep everything going. It's absolutely insane, asinine what he did. OVR Land says, how do I get notification for an HR 3860 vid while I'm watching your live stream? Get that bread, Randy. Yeah, so I had done the video minutes, at 12 o'clock. I was like, all right, I'll make it like an 8-minute video. Wound up going like 10 or 12 minutes. So it had finished uploading and I had to do something literally right as this was starting. So I had to go and say like, oh, okay. Oh, 20 likes. Thanks guys. Y'all mean the world to me. I don't really expect too many views on that HR 3860 video. For those of you that don't know what that is, real quick, it was a Representative Thomas Massey. He's a congressman out of Kentucky, Republican. I like him just because he believes in personal liberty. I like him just because he does not believe the government should have too much power, whether Republican president's in or whether a Democrat president's in. Big advocate for personal liberty, and he is a graduate of MIT, master's degree in science. In the military, you have to get a lot of vaccines. Basic military training, you get half a dozen vaccines easily. When you go to deploy, double that. Regardless of where you deploy, yeah, you get a lot. And why that happens is just because you're under control of the U.S. government. They can say and do whatever they want to you, except for certain vaccinations. Now, certain vaccinations that are not required but recommended, you don't have to get. For the COVID vaccine, right now, technically, that is a non-mandatory vaccine. They want to make it mandatory, and Thomas Maskey put in a bill to say don't make it mandatory because according to him, Rand Paul, and a bunch of other studies say that as long as you have immunity, you're fine. If you don't have immunity, you should get immunity, and that way you have you should get the vaccine. But if you do have immunity, you should not be forced to get the vaccine. That's his claim on it. So I did a video on that, just a Veterans React video, because that does affect the veteran and active duty military community. So I did make a video on that. And it uploaded like a little while ago. Steve Green says, Randy, I love you, man. I've been here for a bit. Sorry about the tangent. I just know how this works. And again, if you're able to make a living in penny stocks, you definitely are more intelligent than me as far as penny stock market works, because I don't touch those because they're too volatile for me. You might have heard of, what was it? Not Vaxart. Enzalytics, Echo, November, Zulu, Charlie, ENZC. It was literally at like 0.6 of a penny when a bunch of my friends got in. I was too busy buying Tesla and paying off that Pokemon card. It went up to like 80 cents at one point. So it over 100x'd in like a month or two. Then it went back. I think it's traded like 30 cents now, give or take. But again, I don't mess with that. Too volatile for me. I'm not smart enough to try to know how to do it, or maybe I am. I just don't have the time. So I know that you're smart if you can make a living doing that. But I know good companies. I would not be where I am today if I could not pick good companies based on not only their profit and loss and balance sheets, but just based on their revenue, what goes in, as income, what goes out as expenses. And again, just really good at knowing what the population of the people around that hobby is going to do. That's why I was successful in Pokemon cards, Tesla, and in this. I guarantee you, this goes to the moon. Again, not financial advice. Our two guys is making 15 minimum a day from Jules. Good deal. Good grats, our two guy. Get that bread. Get that bread. Yeah, I mean, if I'm getting, I don't get that much. I only get like maybe 38 joules. Let's say 35 joules a day. Sell those at 20 cents each. Actually, let's say 17 cents each. To make it 21. With 35 times 17. Actually, no, I can do that. That's 3. No, I can't do that. 35 times 17. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Oh, I'd make about $6 a day on it. So definitely not. Oh my God, I have so many notifications. Yeah. Moving on. Bobby says lucky equals golden rabbit. Yes, I got that now. How many? Oh wow, I'm way behind on comments. Treasure Hunt says Jermaine Rogers tweeted to keep a close eye on the choice rabbit. Makes me think they will evolve. I could dig that. Find out what happened to Earth 2 Mastery. Yeah, he's back at. He's just busy. He's just working a lot now, and he just doesn't really have time to make videos. He will be back at some point, just not right now. Wubba Wubba says Hunter was below 800 for a bit. Oh, nice. Buy an iPhone? Never buy an iPhone. Cannot do that. Fred Vergroff says, Randy, have you heard the Tanner interview? What did you think if you heard it? I did not hear the Tanner interview. I think I did hear one phone call or like a Discord message with Tanner. Just be like, I would not have hired him because he's a kid. Now, not to say that all kids are like that. Based on his previous, based on his previous thing that he did when he was younger, which was impressive, making your own game, selling the game, and saying that you're CEO, but of a company, but you're like 17. You can't really be a CEO at 17. But either way, he did stuff when he was a kid, and he lied about certain things when he was a kid. Now he's a little bit older, and the fact that they hired him just on his talents alone, okay, cool. Talents alone, but then trying to go and say as long as that video or that sound was real, saying that Shane's gonna sue you, take $3 million and sue you. At that point I would have been like, all right, you're fired. Because that's one that Shane wouldn't do that. He's not doing that. So trying to speak for the developers I'd be like, all right, you're just a moron and you're lying again. So at that point I would have fired him. But again, if now that they might have him on like a NDA, I haven't heard a peep from him since. Now that he has just based on his talents, they probably just have walked in a room, like, you're working, and that's it. Not talking to anyone. You can't talk to anyone. So it's probably fine. It's probably all right. I mean, maybe that's what had to happen. I do believe in second chances, generally speaking. And again, when people in general make mistakes. So when you're a kid, you're going to make mistakes, like a lot of mistakes. It's part of growing up. He's still a kid. He's still pretty young. And there's a big difference between like 19, 20-year-old him versus a 18, 19-year-olds that I'd served with in the military. Big difference between the civilians and the non-civilians. So again, if he's really, really good and they want him for being really, really good and he can kind of keep his mouth shut, great. If they want to deal with that, they can. I just don't have the patience for it. Again, what somebody said, I want to be just like you. I think it was OVR land. Try to be better than me. Try to be a little more patient. Hard Life 8887 says, people educate yourself. Always a completely new type of crypto on how it's working. In-game, in money, in a brilliant product environment, which could perfectly work on its own. It could work on its own. And again, it's the token, and right now it doesn't have a lot of utility. It will when the Veveverse comes out. It will when we're able to buy NFTs with Homie. But right now it doesn't. So some people are probably waiting for that. I don't know why you're going to wait for that when you can get it down here where it's cheap AF, but that's just what people want to do. Dennis Melkow says, greets from Germany. Guten Tag. I love Germany. I go to Kaiserslautern around Ramstein Air Base. Used to be every year. Now it's not because of COVID, but yeah. Justin Pierce says, I'm driving a truck and listening to Bluetooth. What'd I miss? Well, Jay Pierce, we missed that. We're probably going to be in a buyer's market for the NFTs for like the next month or so until we get on more exchanges. And Omi jewel prices are about 22 cents at the floor right now. I don't see them going much lower, but I've said that before, and they've continued to go lower, so see what happens. Adam Jones says, Randy, you said Deca billionaires, but have tweeted Deca million. I'm sorry, man. Oh my God, Twitter. Oh my God. Oh, thank you. Oh God. Delete tweet. Okay, new tweet. I believe. Oh man, thank you for that. The founders of Akomi and Veve will be Deca billionaires by the end of the decade. Hashtag Omi, $ Omi, hashtag you heard it here first. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That definitely lost credibility. Yeah, Deca Millionaire is what will be. If you have 10 million Omi, well, it reaches $1. That is a Deca Millionaire. So even some people, like, again, guys, don't forget, even if you have 50,000 Omi, 100,000 Omi, and that reaches $1, that is life-changing money. Like, some people never have that in their entire lives. Some people never have 5 figures in their bank account. That's $10,000. Some people don't have that. Some people, again, that's like a dream for them. That's like having to hit lotto. So if you have 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, whatever it is, yeah, you'll probably be okay. And probably have something good for you in the future. Chambo Latin Omi says, which Veve NFT do you think is the most undervalued right now? I would either say the Eddie Russo Batman, because it's the first ultra rare of the first drop in the first set, or the Ghost Trap, because the Ghost Trap is the first NFT with sound that they have, and the first interactive NFT that interacts with another NFT. So I think those two are, and I'm saying that I do not have an Eddie Russo Batman. I don't have anything from that first set. I do have 2 Ghost Traps. That's why I got 2 Ghost Traps. I got one on the drop, and I paid $1,500 for another one. So, yeah. Hard Life says, I have a good chat with Reese yesterday, and he leaked a bit of Veveverse info and Omi utility gamification. Man, it's gonna be nuts. But we need to stay patient. Randy, I'm catching. Oh, you're at 50 million Omi. Yeah, you are. You're gonna catch me. You're gonna. I did not put on deodorant today, so I'm gonna do that right now. Dude, good for you. I'm jealous. That you have that. I guess that line to Reese. I'm jealous of. I mean, I have a little more Omi right now. You're probably gonna catch me. I'm pretty spent. I do not have a lot of expendable money left. I barely have any money left. Like, I'm cringing right now that I have to go to Target and I have to buy sweatpants. So a bunch of my sweatpants, they're getting holes in it and stuff, so I have to replace that. I have to get food. I'm really hungry. I only had a protein shake after my run today. Crypto Keeper says, hey, Randy, have you seen the new Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer? Yes, and it is so good. Like, it looks really good. It's like Stranger Things, like in a different universe. Because it's cool. Like, it's, Paul Rudd's in it, and he's great. Like, he's like, yeah, your dad didn't tell you about that? It's like, oh, like when dad didn't have a dad. They find it. It is just so heckin' cool. I love, was it Finn Wolfhard? That kid. It's just so good. I love it. I wish like more of the Stranger Kids things did like more movies, because like they're awesome. I love them. That whole thing was great. The kids from It too. The kids from It were really good as well. So a lot of those people, those characters, those guys, I wish they would do more stuff as well, because it's great. And I get you can only do those movies for so long, because after a few years you get older, and it's not like a bunch of 10, 12-year-olds going on an adventure like you're the Goonies. Suddenly you're 15, 18, and then you're just old. You're just an older person. Although that being said, why they get a lot of people that are like 20 years old to play teenagers, because teenagers look like they're 10 on camera. So it's like, okay, yeah, it's a really weird age. It's a really weird phase. Um, but it's yeah, it looks really good. I can't wait for it. And then that Dan Aykroyd thing at the end where it's like, hello. Really cool. I love Dan Aykroyd also. Justin Pierce says, does the company ever release how much they buy licenses for? Not saying anything bad could happen, but sometimes the companies can't afford the licenses they own and they find this out later, such as Telltale Games. To my knowledge, they haven't yet. To my knowledge, they have only mentioned, and real quick, the licenses that they have. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. Sorry, I'm gonna go to my photos because I downloaded it. I think, right? I'm sure I did. If I didn't, then I am just going to have to slap myself in the face until I find it. Oh my god. Okay, well, the licenses that they have are amazing and epic, but I had them saved. Oh, I know what I did. I have to go to Twitter, and they have, get ready for this, guys. WB, Aquaman, Justice League, Universal, Jurassic Park, Capcom, CBS, Star Trek The Next Generation, Street Fighter, The Lost World, Voltron, Superhero, Flash, Batman, Wonder Woman, Shazam, Suicide Squad, Back to the Future, Jurassic World again, the Jurassic Park, Jurassic The Lost World, Martian Manhunter, Pickard, Star Trek, this something, Monster Hunter, Iceborne, Fast and Furious, Troll Hunters, Justice League, Batman, Green Lantern, DC, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman again, Kung Fu Panda, Tokidoki, Ultraman, Adventure Time, Cartoon Network, Subaria, Cactus Friends, Trolls, Superman, Arrow, Teen Titans Go, Cyborg, Black Lightning, Infinite Crisis, Knight Rider, How to Train Your Dragon, Sony, The Wee Bears, Powerpuff Girls, Ghostbusters again, Battlestar Galactica, DreamWorks, Injustice, Gods Among Us, DC, Superman, amongst countless others. Those are some of the main ones that they have. And yeah, that's it's going to be huge in the future. Justin Pierce says, obviously not having a physical product and production helps the profit. Yeah, this is insane that the amount of, I guarantee, I'm going to do a whole video on that later on tonight of software companies and profits. And I've told people why they are in a much better position than Tesla and why they're going to hit their numbers and be a billion, 100 billion, and $1 trillion company faster than Tesla would be. And I will tell you why in a video later on tonight. Wraithax, that $5 super chat, says Flash DC or Flash Gordon. They have two. It just says Flash, and it is in the same sphere as the other DC stuff. So it does not say Flash Gordon, it just says Flash. So I imagine that's just, whether that is Barry Allen, whether that is any of the other Flashes. Do they have Flash Gordon as well? They might, and just have not told us yet. Jurassic Park, Jurassic Lost World, Jurassic Fallen Kingdom or whatever. But yeah, 100 plus licenses made. But Flash Gordon would be legit. If anyone's seen the movie Ted, Mark Wahlberg, and then they're doing coke with Mark Wahlberg and Flash Gordon. Oh god, that was so good. That movie was hysterical. Ginferno3 says, I watched Ready Player One again last night. It was neat seeing the DeLorean being driven and the Bill and Ted reference. Neat seeing the multiple similarities between the movie and Veve has. Yeah, and I love the fact that both Veve and Earth 2 got their inspirations from Ready Player One, and that's what they want to do. So I'm very, very excited to see the future of both. Right now, Earth 2 has a little bit of a jump on the metaverse as far as having holo buildings done, as far as having stuff that you could buy land already. Veveverse will have that eventually. Veveverse won't be as big because they'll have only a finite amount of space. And Wraithax, another $5 super chat, saying I would buy all of Flash Gordon, all of it. Yeah, there would be a lot of people that would go really hard for that collectible or collectibles. To my knowledge, they don't have it right now. Doesn't mean they won't have it in the future. Maybe we could do a Flash Gordon thing in Chaveztopia or wherever you want. Maybe a statue. Actually, that'd be really cool to have a bunch of statues. That's what I'll do in Chaveztopia as well. a bunch of statues to some really awesome popular pop icons. Not, and we could have different sections of it. Statues of my favorite scientists like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Stephen Hawking, Edward Witten, Leonard Susskind, Michio Kaku yet. Obviously got Einstein in there, got Madame Curie. But then I think it would be like just some famous like rock stars. What would you have? Probably everyone from The Who. I would say probably everyone from, the Beatles. I guess Elvis should be there too. Again, all kind of like a Mount Rushmore, but for different types of people, whether it's in Earth 2 or in the Veveverse. Maybe a Mount Rushmore for YouTubers as well. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, so Ginferno, I agree 100%. Internet Hokage says, look forward to your insights. Well, thank you. Wubba Wubba says, listen to Ready Player One on Audible. It's so good. I actually have not read the book. My knee. I do know that the spoilers, woman or the girl in the book is supposed to be kind of a little disfigured and a little ugly. And the woman or the girl that they got to play the love interest has like a birthmark. And outside of that, she's a really pretty girl. So it's like, you couldn't have gotten someone a little uglier? Like, come on, guys, come on. Help me out with that here. But I did Nostalgia Critic. Those that do not know who he is, he reviews movies. He did a pretty good job at reviewing Ready Player One. He's a critic, but he does really good reviews. So definitely just type in Nostalgia Critic, Ready Player One. It's really good. I love it. Justin Pierce says, do they pay per license up front or per item sold? I'm pretty sure they just pay for licenses up front and then potentially a little piece of every type, everything that they sell. Because what they're doing with artists right now is every time something is resold, the artist that made those NFTs get a little bit of money with that. So that's something I'm pretty excited for artists as well. Because up until now, artists have never had that opportunity. They sell a painting for $1,000, resells for $10,000, resells again for $100,000. They don't get any of that. Now with artists, you're only going to see artists do NFTs. And again, I'll bring this in a whole other NFT video later. I'm just going to remind myself to do it. Oh my God, there's so much. NFT, hold on, artists, NFT, only as well. Sorry, disregard. For a video. Okay, screenshotting that. All right, we're good. Wubba Wubba says, I love the automobile NFTs. Not sure why they don't hold value on Veve at the moment. Can't wait for Knight Rider. Why I got the DeLorean set is partly because, it's a good set and Back to the Future is awesome, but because there's going to be other vehicles. Like you already have the Ecto 1, you already have those. You're going to have vehicles. You have Fast and the Furious. You're going to have vehicles. You're going to have stuff from Transformers. And that'd be really great. The interactive Transformer turns into that vehicle. Oh, that'd be so heckin' cool. Oh, Optimus Prime. Like, could you imagine that interactive thing? Touch Optimus Prime, turns into a truck. You touch the truck. Oh, he turns into Optimus Prime. How heckin' awesome would that be? I would lose my heckin' mind. But yeah, I got the DeLoreans that first set because that's the first cars. There's going to be so many cars. So I got that because I thought that was undervalued, in my opinion. Pierce says per franchise. Yeah, per franchise. Earth 2 guy says the next virtual NFT renaissance. Yeah, this is going to be huge. Ginferno says, Wubba Wubba, I agree. Looking forward to multiple versions of the Batmobile. Oh, that'd be epic. That's going to be epic. The Jurassic Park car again. Oh, God. These guys are such geniuses. They just shut up and take my money. Like they just want me to be poor. They want all of us to be poor. It's great. Jurassic Park Jeep. Yeah. 90 says I want that too. Inferno says I take a flat back 1965 Mustang. Dude, if they do Supernatural, I would love that 1967 Chevy Impala. I'm getting a Cybertruck next year, but when I have buku dollars, you can be damn sure I'm getting a 67 Chevy Impala. I don't care what I have to pay for it. That car is just so boss. It's so sexy. It's so heckin' cool. Yeah, I know it's a gas guzzler. I know it's not good for the environment. I'm not going to take it out on long road trips, but that baby purrs. Sorry. I love those cars. Gen X239 says, if Veve and E2 would combine forces, I think before the end of the decade they will. They'll be able to have cross platform, different things. I do. Most likely it would be Veve collectibles on Earth 2. I don't think that Veve is going to have a bunch of things on Veveverse, because I think they want to have a certain thing just be all their own in the Veveverse, and then they can go out to other things if they so need. Oh, it has been an hour. Time for my 60-minute Patreon member shout out. I just want to run, hide it away. How's it gonna taking me down? I just want to run, throw it away. From the finding me out. Like a game of chess, I predict your move. Think you know you better than you do. Sick of feeling cheap, cheated and abused. I'm forgetting the words to all these songs. I'm so sorry, guys. Justin Pierce says statues of your NFTs from Veve and E2. That'd be really cool as well. That'll take a long time. Me and Rayfax are gonna have an NFT museum. We do have a what do you call it? A bunch of trading cards. For those of you that do not know, on Atomic Hub, a bunch of trading cards, a bunch of NFTs were made of me, the real Randy Chavez. I have a bunch of them. I'll show you which ones they are right now. That's Oliver Jones music, which is really cool. So this is the number one of mine, the one mint number. The top pick is of me in the Air Force. I was just out on a mission. And then there's a job in the Air Force just to take pictures. So I thought that was really cool. And then the bottom part of it is me just on just doing a video. And then the other one of me was from, after the military as well. I gave Rayfax the number one of mine of this one. So I only have the number two. That was the first NFT of me that was made. And I have a bunch of those. I have up to I have like the first 4, outside of number one. I have like the first 23 mints, and of the other one, I have 1 through 5, and then I have Tech Ops, I have Predict, and then I have Oliver Jones music. He's pretty cool. So yeah, I got a lot of people. So we're gonna make actual NFT museums of our own NFTs, which is really cool. Or two guys says, how do you know Veve and E2 have any future cooperation? It just makes sense. They think alike, a lot of them. One's from, one couple founders from New Zealand, couple founders from Australia. They should be pretty chummy. And again, they just have the same vision, same future, same interests. David Yu's just such a likable guy. I think Shane and their team is as well. I think they would have a very good mutual respect for one another. It would just make sense for them too. Again, in my opinion, I don't have any inside info or anything. Justin Pierce says, you definitely love that this supports the digital arts. One of the top 5 reasons I believe in the platform. Yeah, this is great. Again, I have a lot of friends that, starving artists. And this is a great way for them to just make residual income and not have to be, and you could make the argument that, art comes from pain and art comes from emotion. And you sometimes have to go through that struggle in order to do that. If you don't, then maybe it's not going to be as good. And yeah, I can agree to that. Joe Rogan's done different videos on that saying, yeah, if I wasn't a 20-year-old kid with my car repossessed and I wasn't grinding, living on friends' couches, writing all the time, if he was just comfortable, he wouldn't have been this great comedian that he is now. He wouldn't be as successful as he is now. And you could make that argument like for me, a lot of times when I was younger, I would sleep in my car I felt like that would make me better at training. I would sleep in the car when it was cold out. Again, just for fighting, you try to get that edge any way you can. And, you try to go through that struggle. It's a matter of who wants it more, who's hungrier, who's willing to put in the work. That's pretty much it. Now Valentine says, what's up, Randy? How's it going, bro? What's up, Now Valentine? How's it going? Dig your video. I digged the video the other day. Poor Man Printing says, 1965 GTO Shelby Mustang, gone in 60 seconds, is my dream car. Get that bread, Poor Man Printing. Get that bread. That'd be great to have races in the Veveverse. The Jurassic Park Jeep versus the Batmobile versus the DeLorean, versus any of the Fast and Furious cars. See if you could mod it in any way. And again, if they get Supernatural, that 67 Chevy Impala. Oh, baby. Sorry. I just love that car. Todali also says, do you think quantum computing will destroy the crypto in the future or not? Nah. It'll take market share, it'll have its own thing, but it definitely will not destroy the crypto in the future. In my opinion. It very well could. I don't I actually did invest in QUUBC or QB. There's some quantum computing thing, and it went up like a mother flop. I sold when it was a little bit of profit. I bought here, sold here, then it went up here. I was like, because I wanted to put everything into Tesla at some point. At that point. Obowobo says, for anime fans, the initial D car would be ridiculous on V. All right, there's a bunch. Flying Nimbus would be incredible. The weeb in me just, oh my god. I don't care when they announce it. I just want the drops. Dragon Balls. I want, the Attack on Titans. I want Flying Nimbus. I want Vegeta's Gallic Gun. Gohan's Masenko Ha. Special Beam Cannon. From Piccolo. God, those things would be so much money. So much money. Chambo Latin Omi says, a skyline from Fast and Furious. Going into space via Fast and Furious. Inferno says, poor man printing, that would be awesome. Yeah. Poor man printing's my bae. He's my homie. Thank you guys for being here with me for this hour. I am so hungry. I have to go. Again, I do have another video. Let me see how much hate I got on my last video. The one that I had. Oh, nobody even cares. All right, thanks, man. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, God, I messed up. So if anyone also had noticed, Jake Gagon has gone on and invited me to do a stream with him next week. I'm not 100% sure what time. Comment down below any questions you might have on what you want me to bring up on his show when we do the interview. For the most part, he said it's just going to be about why I put in so much money into Omi, why I have this level of conviction. You guys know because one, I'm crazy, and two, because I believe in this company. I believe in the product. The product is great, but more so than that, it's the people. It's the people that I choose to believe in. That is where I'm putting my faith. I'm betting on the people. The product is great. The Omi coin, I believe, is great, and it'll have a lot of utility very, very soon. Within the next half a year. But it's more about the people. Hard Life says the difference between Omi and other cryptos is the target audience. For most other cryptos, it's crypto people. For Omi, potentially 50x this or more. That's the bullish thing about it. Yeah, I agree. And the great thing for the crypto is that for the few of us that are in it right now, you could have a bunch of people come into Veve, have zero idea what the crypto is, have zero idea that they even have an Omi wallet in the Veve thing. That is something that's going to be absolutely out of this world. That's something that I think would be a, what do you call it? That's just something that is going to burn so much Omi for us. Can't wait till next week when we start burning a lot more, when we get more drops. Wubba says, my colleague and I were just discussing there should be a poor lifestyle boot camp for kids these days. I agree 100%. A lot of kids are, okay. I understand that you want to give kids the best in the world. Like, you want to give them things that you never had. That's the point of trying to make a lot of money. Is like, oh, hey, I went hungry. I did this. I couldn't get this. If I would have had this bike, I would have been so cool instead of this crappy hand-me-down bike from my older cousin that, wasn't great. Yeah, you're right. Obviously, be safe, but at the same time, what do they say? Like, if you want to ruin a person, if you want to make sure that person has like the worst life ever, you never tell them no as a kid and you give them everything they want. That is the best way to ruin a person. And the other way is that says like if you don't raise your kids, you're going to raise your grandkids. You would definitely want to have, again, I'm not a parent, so I don't know, but I do listen to a lot of Jordan Peterson. Don't let the kid annoy you. Make them want for things every now and then. Don't say yes to everything. My parents definitely said no to me 98 times out of 100. Every once in a while, when I knew like they were hungry, hey, can we get McDonald's? And yeah, might as well. I would get that every once in a while. But yeah, a lot of times and how did I turn? I think I turned out okay. I think I turned out okay. I love animals. I always loved animals. That would have been whether they'd raised me well or not. Anyway, poor lifestyle boot camp would be pretty fun. I would love to run that. Poor my friend says, Randy, did you hear that Omi might see 2 exchanges before the swap to a beautiful exchange? I wonder which exchange. KuCoin? So yeah, Dan Lee did a video. Actually, he mentioned you, Poor Man Printing, on the video yesterday. It says, oh, immutable X, sorry, working. I understand. So the idea behind it, Reese had said, for all of you that haven't heard of it, that he is working on getting at least one exchange before the switch over to immutable X, and maybe 2 exchanges if they're lucky. But let's just say 1 exchange for now. It might be something like KuCoin. It's not going to be a big exchange. It's going to be something smaller. And the switch over to immutable, to Ethereum blockchain via immutable will probably be September, give or take. And if that happens, maybe they might get an exchange by late August. And again, that's what they're working towards. If they get it, great. Reese said, if they don't get it, hey, we're trying and we're sorry, but I just want to be open and honest with you guys. This is what we're trying to do. If we don't get it, please don't shoot the messenger. But again, it's a patience game. If they get it, great. If not, no big deal. Again, I guarantee you see a lot of floaters. They're like, oh, we got this crappy exchange, one of the big exchanges. Cool. I hope there's a lot of FUD. Hope it goes down so I can buy more. Again, there's a long-term hold for me. It's not, none of this is going to matter 5 years from now. I guarantee you the only people that remember the months and everything are people like me, a bunch of people that are actually personalities on YouTube. They're like, oh, I remember this. Maybe a couple other people are, but at one point, you're just not going to care. So be like, okay, yeah, this was, at some point they gave it to us. They gave it all these big exchanges. That's when it rocketed. When you're multi-millionaire, you're not going to care. It's just going to be like, yeah, I remember those days. Shout out to More Man Printing for giving Dan Lee that info. Chambo Latin Omi says, I'm happy to see we might have 2 more exchanges. Yeah, it's going to be great. Even if it's just 1. It's awesome. It's coming. The good times are coming. The night is darkest just before the dawn. And I promise you, the dawn is coming. Toad Alley Awesome said, you should do a video about spending my life saving into OMI. I think I did. I did a video that said I spent $200,000 worth of OMI. I should probably update it and say I spent $250,000 into OMI. Yeah, maybe I'll do an update. R2 guy says, all kids need to overcome some... Yeah, I like adversity. I think the joy is in overcoming it. Life has obstacles. But they also have opportunities as well. I think the joy is in overcoming them. Just my opinion. But yeah, and it feels good when you overcome something hard, when you work for something. You get that feeling of satisfaction, in my opinion. Oh, Chambo Latinomi says, hopefully big ones. Probably not at first. We'll get big ones probably early next year. Maybe even late this year. I don't know. David Rosen's mom says, JP for the win. Jim Verno says, I'm hoping OMI eventually makes it to Robinhood, Webull, Coinbase. Coinbase, yeah, eventually. But the big thing is going to be Binance. Binance has so much money going through it. That's going to be the big one, in my opinion. Even though it'd be easier for me to trade on Coinbase. Mass Murder says, Randy, Gold Bunny going? Oh, what is it? What is the Gold Bunny at right now? What is it at right now? Let's take a look, see, shall we? Start collecting. Gonna go to drops, and the Gold Bunny right now is still 2K, which is fine. Jay Pierce says 99 times your mom wouldn't even allow a play date for more than an hour. Yeah, so Justin Pierce known me since I was 6 years old in first grade. Yeah, Justin Pierce says, I said 98 times out of 100. Justin Pierce says 99 times. Yeah, it's just crazy. Crazy. But, that being said, look who's got the good life now. Honestly, not really yet. They live in a better place than I do. This place doesn't have AC, and I don't have a bed. But in the future, I'll have very big money. Poor Man Prince says, yeah, it was the screenshots in my Telegram. Nice. You gotta love that Telegram. Hard Life says, Reese in Telegram yesterday made us understand that Binance is out of scope at the beginning due to the current compliance problems they are undergoing, which makes sense. So next year, we'll probably see Binance. Maybe we'll have Coinbase at the end of this year. I don't know. We'll see. Justin Pierce says, we need more Star Fox grind. Oh my God. Jay Pierce, you want to play Star Fox soon? That game, at one point, I would like to think, again, in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, at one point, I was probably the best in the world. And I don't say that lightly. And Super Smash Bros. As well. I say that because, like Justin Pierce can confirm, I had friends, mom wouldn't let me see them a lot of the times. I was in my room, playing Star Fox, playing Super Smash Bros. I remember again at one point before people figured out certain tricks, and other people really got into like speed running and the hit count runs for Star Fox and Super Smash Brothers. I remember taking on 3 different people, all level 9s at one time, and level 9s is the computer level that the max it goes to. And granted, those computer levels were much easier than the computer levels in Melee and in Brawl and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's what I would do. Justin and his brother, same thing, amazing at video games. I think his brother was like ranked in Mario Kart because he would just sit there and play all day. I saw them this past weekend. It was great. Tori Jean Pascal says, people who will remember the FUD will be those who will sell and miss the moon. Yeah, I feel bad for people. And there's still a bunch of people saying that, yeah, NFTs, like, they don't understand it, and there's like, sorry, I'm old school, I like having things in my hand. Me too. If I had the choice, even if it's free to read something online or to, pay money to read it in a comic book, I'll pay the money to read it in a comic book because I love the feel in my hand. I love the feel of turning the pages, and I love the feel of having these collectibles like the Pokemon cards. But I know the way the world is going. I've known for the past 10 years that kids in comic book stores would say like, hey, I'm going to buy this comic just for the QR code so I can read it on my phone, or I can read it on whatever. I don't understand it, but I knew the way it was going. And these NFTs are just that next step. People buying skins on Fortnite, people buying skins on CSGO. Just the next step. This is going to be huge. This is going to be the future. Older people might not understand it at first, but they're the same people that are going to be saying, yeah, I wish I got into that when I saw it. Didn't understand it at the time. Still don't understand it, but it's huge. They did the same exact thing with Bitcoin. The same exact thing that happened with Bitcoin happened Tesla. At the time, who wanted an electric vehicle? Nobody. Nobody knew they wanted an electric vehicle because nobody knew how awesome they could be. What happened? Yeah, wish I would have bought Tesla back in 2010, 2011. Well, people are going to be saying that with OMI. They're going to be saying that with NFTs. Hard Life says, at least for now. Yeah. Again, Binance might be next year, maybe 2 years. I don't know, but Coinbase will happen at some point. Or Two Guys says, what do you think the tile prices will be by the end of the year? I think it depends where. I mean, US is already $60. I'd like to see Chavez Topia. I'd like to see Antarctica at $2. But I don't know. I think as Phase 2 comes out, more people playing, there's going to be, at one point, you're not going to be able to find tiles for less than 50 cents. Right now you could buy them on the marketplace for like 38, 39 cents. At some point I don't think you'll see them for less than 50 cents. Totally Awesome says, you surpass Andre Jick and Omi. I did. Andre Jick had spent 150 grand at the time of making his video, which he'd probably dollar cost average. He also spent that when it was at 9/10 of 1 penny. I spent the bulk of mine at 3/10 of 1 penny, and I spent more than him. But that being said, I'm sure he dollar cost averaged a little bit. I'm sure he is hodling. He hasn't sold any. I'm unsure if he's bought any. I'm sure he has. But yeah, I spent more than him, and I spent more than him when the price was a lot lower. So I don't know. I think what he had, like 16 million coins. I have 89 million coins. But again, he probably dollar cost averaged, and he makes a lot more on YouTube than I, like a ton more. And he's on Millennial Money. I want to see how I can get on Millennial Money. Be like, hey guys, like when I become a millionaire, does that count? I guess I'll have to let me know. Justin Pierce says, yes, please. All right, Justin, we'll do it soon. Jen X says, I was drunk at a party playing Star Fox and I puked on the SNES. Not good. Oh, so the Star Fox that me and Justin are talking about was Star Fox 64 for the N64, not the original Star Fox from the SNES. But God bless you. You puked on the SNES. Oh, that's crazy. Gen X, I bet you have crazy stories. You and Wraithax probably have amazing crazy stories. He's pretty Gen X as well. Jose Frico says, I got a ton of land, but forgot about the game since December. Is there anything new to do besides buying? Yeah, they have jewels out now. They have hollow buildings out now that you could build things. It's really cool. It's really fun. There's a lot of art that people are creating is really legit. Oh yeah, Justin Pierce saying, I'm a beast at Pokemon Puzzle League as well. That is another thing where I would literally sit there, like, not just like casual, I'm like I would go hardcore into that. good reaction time. It's good for reaction training. It's good for, because you have to be really good. You have to, as you get big combinations, the big combinations that you get go on the other side in blocks. Like blocks of things that you can't. You have to match 3 types in a row, 3 grass or 3 water, 3 fire, whatever. And if you match them, that hits the giant block becomes smaller blocks that you can do in rows of 3 or 5 or 10 or whatever. And you get these combinations when they drop. Now it's times 2, times 3, times 4. You can go up to however many. I think 10, like 12x, whatever. I was so good. I don't know if I'd be best in the world at that, but there's easy, medium, hard, and then after you beat hard, you have very hard. And that one's really hard because not only for the last one, you have to beat Gary for the championship, and then once you hold the cup transports you into where you have to fight Mewtwo, and you have to beat 2 very hard things in a row. But yeah, I'm very, very good at that game as well. Haven't played in a while, but I'm amazing at it. Inferno says electric vehicles confuse me. We don't have enough power for the old light bulbs, but we have enough for cars. I'm not sure about the old light bulbs. About the old light bulb situation. But yeah, the cars, yeah, a lot of electricity. It's a lot of solar. A lot of people that have Teslas have solar panels, and they have the power wall. But the electricity, it doesn't cost that much for the electricity. It costs like an extra, I think, $20 a month, $8 to $20 a month, for your car. So yeah, really good. Hard Life says, Jick's wallet is the same as before, no movement. Maybe he opened another wallet if he dollar cost averaged. Oh, okay. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Maybe he thought that's enough. I don't need to put in any more. Maybe he's smarter than me and is like, you know what, that's enough. I don't need to put in any more, that's fine. Be a multi-millionaire in the future with that anyway. Maybe he just doesn't want it right now. Marcus Jones says, do you think NFL will be the first blind box content? Oh, this is going to be good. We have many good drops ahead. Jurassic Park, Star Trek, Fast and Furious, name a few. It's going to be a struggle to fit them all in. Although I love gambling, I love blackjack, I love poker, I love Let It Ride. But that being said, those types of things where you say like blind box content, it's gambling. That is very addictive. I'm going to try to stay away from that. But I know everybody's going to be like, because you can spend $20, get $100 worth of items. You can spend $300 and get maybe $100 worth of items. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be very, very addicting. That is going to sell out so heckin' quick. Marcus Jones says, yeah. So I don't know. I know they'll do that at some point. Will it be with NFL? I don't know. But I also says, one day you'd be on the iced coffee hour. One day I'll get there. Cool Sheet says, sup, R-Dog. I agree with others. Vive needs to do something big. When being down with the entire market pumping doesn't look well. It doesn't, but that's fine. For me, it's fine. I don't mind it. Again, they have to get on other exchanges, and it's not up to them. They have to wait till Ethereum 2.0 comes out. They have to wait on other exchanges. So it's not really up to them. They're kind of at this place where, again, they have things ready to go to dial up the promotions up to 11. They don't want to now unless they're on other exchanges, unless more people can get the OMI. And again, they have like one of the best PR firms out there, and they're telling them to stand down right now. Ginferno3 says, I thought it could cost a lot more than that. Do have about 50 mile round trip to work. Might cost me more. Oh man, yeah, it might cost you a little more. I mean, it's going to be less expensive than gas, but oof, 50 mile. Oof. Hard Life says, they confirmed yesterday that the first kind of blind box will be comic books. Oh, that'll be interesting. Where the blind box basically is what kind of rarity your cover will have. Okay. All right, that's cool. I can dig it. Gen X says, trading cards are in my mind gambling. Oh, I mean, if you use it as an investment, yeah. But some people just like the cards. I remember buying Pokemon cards 2018. I just liked them. I wasn't going to sell them ever. And everything that I sold, I'm going to buy back. Yeah. Wubba says, have you played the game on Google Doodle yet? Kiddish but fun. I haven't. That does sound fun. Google Doodle. It's fun to say. Coach says, you broke yet? Yes, I am broke. I need more Biden hush money. Same here. All right, guys, I do have to go. One last Patreon member shout out. Oh God. Let's do some. Woke up, it was 7. I waited till 11 just to figure out that no one would call. I think I've got a lot of friends, but I don't hear from them. Just another night all alone. When you're spending every day on your own, and here it goes, I'm just a kid and my life is a nightmare. I'm just a kid, I know that it's not fair. All right, I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow, meow. Thank you, Wraithax, for the super chats. Those mean the world. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Meow. 10:15 tonight, after Guidebook Gaming, I'll be live again. Meow.